Hey everybody, welcome back. It is that time again. I am David Guerra, and thank you for watching. This is the Leadership Minute, and let's try to keep it under a minute this time. I know I tried last time, but already off to a bad start. This episode, sorry about that, I'm going to talk about building staff morale. See, as leadership is all about give and take, but, well, mostly it's more about giving, less taking, because that's what a leader does, and that's what a leader's supposed to do. If you find yourself as think you're a leader, but you're taking and taking, you are not a leader. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody ever told you. Never put yourself in a situation where you're taking from them instead of giving more. So, again, building morale is essential to a team. It's essential to a department. It's essential to anybody and everybody you deal with as a leader. So I'm going to go through a couple of tips, and I'm going to expand more on them in my podcast, and that'll come out this weekend. The Walking Leader podcast, and that's on iTunes, and I will put information down below on how you can access it. Now, used a great source from the Muse, a great article, themuse.com. There's an article in there, and I'm going to give full credit down below, and take a look. But I really, truly believe these, and I was making my own list, and then it's like, you know what? This looks a lot like something I've read before, and sure enough, it was. So not to take away from anybody, here's just a couple of them, and then, like I said, you can go into my podcast, and there'll be more there. Saying a good job. Say a good job. As a leader, it's your job to say a good job. If they're doing a good job, don't just say a good job just to say something, because nobody wants false attributes or accolades. There we go. Sorry about that. False accolades, because again, they know what they're doing. And if they're not doing a good job, they know it. So don't go around saying good job if you know they're not doing a good job. But you know what? It is a teachable moment. So make it a teachable moment and show them how to do the good job, how to make things better. Confront frustrations head on, definitely. There's always going to be times when people are not in sync. There's always going to be times when people are going to be bumping heads and at each other, and it just turns into problems. There's going to be times when people just get frustrated with the equipment. It's getting old. Well, guess what? Do what you can to get new equipment, up-to-date equipment, because that is your job as well as a leader. Big one. Do not disrupt work schedules. Whatever you do, don't disrupt work schedules. Once they're set, they're set. Let's just say Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, that's your job, that's your business, that's how your business operates. And don't ever, I'm sorry, I make it a point. I hate this I hated this when I was in the military. I hated this when I was after the military, kind of in between jobs. I worked retail there for a while. I hated it with a passion. And I said to myself, if I was ever in a situation that I could change this, I will change this. And that situation is come Friday afternoon being told you're going to work the weekend. Yeah, I hated that with a passion. These people typically know, individuals typically know. I know now that I'm in a situation and position where I can make and set the schedules, I know ahead of time when somebody is going to have to work a little extra. But you know what the rule is in my organization? The rule is come Monday morning, you are going to know whether or not you're going to work on Saturday. That way it gives you a whole week to plan. That way there's no excuse. There's no like, oh, I'm sorry, kids, I can't do this. Or I'm sorry, mom and dad, I can't go out with you guys. I'm sorry, cousins, family members, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, significant other spouses. No, there's none of that. That's just pure nonsense. That is nonsense. Now, I understand there's certain situations that will arise, and then it's all hands on deck. Well, guess what? It better be all hands on deck. But if something's coming up and you know you're going to need to take a little extra time to complete the project, then by all means, complete it. But don't, whatever you can. Avoid waiting to the last minute to tell somebody they're going to work the weekend, because that is just pure nonsense. And if you find yourself that you've got some employees that decide that they want to take 3-day work weeks, or that they have no problem disrupting the schedule for everybody else, you know what? In this economy, in this day and age, 21st century, there are plenty of people that have a little bit more morals, a little bit more ethics, and want to do the job that they're hired to do and not play those games. So, you as a leader, you as a manager, you as the hiring supervisor, you in charge of people, you can say, you know what? Hit the road, Jack. It's time. It's time for somebody that wants to do the work. Well, listen, this has been the Leadership Couple of Minutes. I thank you for your time. As always, I do appreciate you watching. until next week, I will talk to you later. Be sure you check out the podcast. The link is down below, and that'll become online Saturday, this 27th of February. Wow. Anyway, have a great day. Talk to you soon. See you next week.